man, Prime Land, man. One thing I love about Coach Prime and how he's preparing the Buffs is just flat out preparation. We're going to do everything 100 miles an hour. We're going to do it just like it's game day. And pretty much they should adapt this slogan. Maybe I ought to just put that, listen, game day every day. That's really how they go, man. It's not just practicing. It's not just practicing going out there and try to do this, try to do that. Did you see how heated he got when the one fella, he jumped offside? He jumped off sides during the rep. And he's like, nah, we're not having that. Get off the field. Listen. How you do anything is how you do everything. Like I said, while I don't believe in that, in just complete totalism, totally, I do believe in that to a very strong degree. If somebody come in slacking, they're probably gonna come in slacking the whole time. If somebody's just doing enough to get by, they're probably gonna do just enough to get by in every facet of life. That's just how it goes. And then, sometimes we do turn it up. We go to the job, turn it up, and then come back, and then, we ratchet it down at home or what have you, and rightfully so, because all of us work hard. But the main thing is that you have to practice how you play. You play so that you can play how you practice. And that's what we're going to talk about right here today when Shedeur got out of practice and he did his first recap of the day of the very first practice, man. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below. Hey, listen, man, we just trying to get out there and get these videos up there. Y'all did a great job on that video yesterday where we broke down that practice. Can y'all do that again for your boy, man? Trying to get this thing going to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told you this today, y'all are my brothers, my sisters, my family. I love each and every last one of y'all, man. Now, I don't know if, like I said, that was the first practice. I think that was the second practice or what have you. But that was the first actual practice that I was looking at. It said first, so I'm going to say, Big O Stinkin said it was first. I'm going to say it's first. I think this is from the second practice or what have you. But anyway, Shedeur is walking through the halls, and he's just going to talk about what he saw, how he feels, and all that stuff, man. We just going to get right into it. And, I'm going to stop the video here and there. We're going to do some shifting around and all that. Y'all know how we do, man. Let's get it.
Day one recap.
So he said day one recap,
Great
so it
start.
was one.
Fast tempo, Coach Lou. Man, he definitely going to push you to your limit every time. Every practice, every rep. But
now, that's something that he said. He said, Coach, he really is going to push you to the limit every time, every practice, every rep. So that pretty much means what I'm saying. You practice how you play so that you can play the way that you practice. A lot of times, like anybody that's ever played in the college sports or really any sport beyond high school or whatever, you know that practice is supposed to be the hardest thing that you do. Practices should be harder than the games so that when you're going out there and you're playing the game, you're already prepared. You're just playing carefree, man. But let's just keep going.
it's good for it. It's a start.
Exactly.
We had a straight day. I'll say it's straight, but tomorrow we got to improve. But defense, that's definitely a win for the offense today, though. With ease, that's a win. But yeah.
Now, one thing I'm gonna say on that one is he said, so, it's definitely a win for the offense, but we definitely have to improve. I feel like offense, you get time to get together, get your timing together, get your reps together, and do things like that. You can act, and I expect the offense to be ahead because you know what you're doing, but they have to try to figure out what you're doing and try to stop you. And then when you're playing defense, you also have to try to act like you don't know what's coming, even though you're coming out there, you know what the play is. I got to act like I don't. So it's always going to be a little bit tougher for the defense, especially there. And then with offense, you can go against air. With defense, you really can't go against air because it's much more reacting to what you're seeing and what's going on. So you can line up, get the sets right, and you can get the changes and the calls right, and the coach can say, hey, pretend that we saw this right here, or we got motion, somebody's motioning in or motioning out or what have you, or they just changed this. You got backs in the. They even run back. I was gonna say backs in the eye set. Oh man, I'm showing my age. Do they even run backs in the eye set anymore in a lot of colleges and stuff like that? I think they do, but y'all know what I'm saying. Backs. We used to run a power eye with two tights. So that's what we ran. We ran a pit offense, power out with two tights. Nobody does that anymore, especially at the college level. But anyway, on offense, you know what you're doing. Defense, they always going to be one step behind. They got to catch up. And so, and then you can't hit either. So obviously, it's going to be a little different, but let's keep going.
Legendary, man. It's only the beginning.
Hey, like you said, though, it's only the beginning. We got to get better. This is the part that I love right here. Post practice press conference. I don't know if a lot of schools do this, or if they don't, they should. Man, listen, you're gonna have to talk to the media. You want to learn how to do something when you're tired. So if you can get out here when you're tired and you got beat down after practice and you've done all of this, and you can come in and get your mind right and say the right things, then it should be a breeze when you're doing it after a game on media day. But let's just see what he's got to say about this. Talk about the hat on devil.
I mean, he been doing that. That's country prime. That's prime time. He been doing it. It's like it's real attention to detail. So we know the little things we can't mess up on. We know that. So we grade ourselves hard. So when a game comes, it's more everything fluent. Yeah, just coming out tomorrow and just focusing. And this the first day we was actually able to go against the defense full. So being able to get everything on film and teach off that's major for us right now. So I'm knowing the next day and the next couple of days will be way better than today.
Okay. All right, thank you. Appreciate you.
And he's out of there, man. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I love the way that they do that. You know, they come in, ask a couple of questions. They ask questions similar to what they're gonna ask, and you can already have your mind right for stuff like that, man. I love it like that, how they doing it. I really think that, like I said, the offense is always going to be a little bit ahead of the defense. That's just going to happen. That's just the natural order of things. It's easier for you to do something than for me to try to stop you from doing it. That's why one man can run the ball, and it takes 11 guys to try to stop him from running the ball. Or when you try to tackle him, one person's running it, and you got like 2 or 3 people that have to try to tackle him sometimes, because it's always easier to do something than it is to stop somebody from doing something. Same thing with cybersecurity. You know what we do with firewalls and all that stuff. It's way easier for them to break it than for us to figure out what they want to break and do it. But anyway, I love it, man. I love how they're preparing them. And you heard what he said. It's just like we're preparing as hard as we can, so when we get in the game, it just flows, man. I love that, man. It just backs up and reinforces what I said. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Until next time, make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.